When you start learning sewing or patchwork and quilting, the array of threads can be really confusing. There is so much on offer, and which ones do you choose? So, I have put together this quick guide to help guide you and give you confidence in knowing what to look for when you choose your threads. It's not a definitive guide. I'm not covering every single thread out there because there are a lot, but I really want to help give you that confidence for when you are choosing, whether you're going into a shop or whether you're shopping online. So, who am I? I am Kim. This is Quilt with Kim. You are very, very welcome. Let's start with our first little collection of threads. So let's start with the thread that we use for sewing things together, because when you're a beginner, you're starting out, that's generally what you are looking for. So you are looking for a thread that is 50 weight. That's 50, 50, and WT, which is 50 weight. It just shows the weight of the thread. It is a medium weight thread. You don't need the science of it at this stage. You just need to know that is the thread you are looking for. Now, 50 weight thread sews things together, whether that is clothes or bags, or you're putting cushions together, or you're making your first patchwork quilt. All of those require a 50 weight thread. When we're looking for 50 weight, how do we tell? We tell because it will tell you either on the stand or on the spool. Now, these two here are cotton threads. This one is from Gutermann, this one is from Mettler. There are other brands, I know. We're not going into all the brands. I'm just trying to tell you what to look for. Now, if we look on the bottom of here, these spools will tell me that it is cotton, and it would tell me that it is a 50 weight. Can you see just there? It says, there's a thread in the way. It says that it is a number 50. That tells me that it is the right weight for my patchwork or for sewing things together. On the Mettler, again, it tells me down at the bottom, it says number 50. That's what we are looking for. So with piecing, when you're starting patchwork, you are looking for a 50 weight cotton thread. If you are making clothes or you're just learning to sew for the first time, you're probably going to look for a polyester thread. Now, these annoyingly don't have the weight of the thread on the spool, but it will tell you on the stand. It will say something like sew all, S-E-W, sew all thread, and it will tell you that it's 100% polyester. It does say that on the bottom of the spools here. And it will tell you the weight of the thread on the information section that's on the stand. When you go and buy your thread, whether that's online or whether in a shop, look for the information and it will tell you the weight of the thread. So when you're sewing things together and you're a beginner sewer, you're probably looking for your sew all 100% polyester Gutermann thread. That's generally what people start with. I know there are lots of other brands out there. Let's just go with this on this one. You want a 50 weight general purpose sew all thread. If you're learning patchwork and quilting for the first time, you want to be looking for a 50 weight 100% cotton thread. There is a reason for that. I'm not going into that in this video. Just know that's what you want. Again, if you're looking on the stands in the shops, it would tell you, it's normally on the sort of top left of the stand, just above the thread section where all the threads are. It'll tell you the weight of the thread, and online it will tell you in the description of the thread. If you are at all unsure, please ask the shop owner, whether that's an online shop owner or a physical shop owner. So 50 weight is what we use to sew things together. Cotton used for patchwork and anything that's not under strain. Polyester used for anything that's going to get some kind of rough and tumble. It's going to be washed a lot. It's under strain. For instance, making clothes or anything along those lines. Use polyester. So if 50 weight is our medium weight thread, we also can go thicker and we can go thinner. Now, as a beginner, I don't want you to get overly confused by this. I just want you to know that these exist. So if 50 is the middle weight, which is what we want for sewing things together, it goes upwards, the thread number goes upwards. So this is a 60. You probably can't see that because it's very tiny and I can hardly see it. But this is a 60, thread goes up to 100. And this is a really thin thread that you might use when you want little micro thread. As a beginner, you won't be interested in that. Just know that it exists and avoid it. Okay, so look for the number on this spool. It says 60. If it's 100, it will say 100. So watch out for that and don't buy that for now. There are plenty of times to experiment later. For now, when you are sewing things together, you're just looking for your 50 weight. But what about these ones then? Because these will look very pretty. Now, when you are starting out, particularly in patchwork and quilting, you can be drawn towards really lovely quilting threads, and it will say quilting on it. So this one does not say quilting on it, but this this one does. So it says a quilting on it. These ones just say cotton, and you think, well, that's okay, isn't it? You have to be careful, because if we look at the weight of these threads, can you see here that says a 30? Now, if we remember, we just spoke about thinner threads, like with 60 up to 100. If you go below 50, they become thicker threads. So this one is a 30. This one here is a 40. It's also a different type of thread. What else we got here? This one here from Orifil is a 20. It's a 28. I think I just couldn't see that. So that's a 28. So that says it on the top of the spool there. And let's have a look at this one. This is a wool thread, and it is 12 weight, which I know you can't really see, but that's a 12 weight. So all of these threads is YLI1 as well. This is 40. It says that on there. All these would be used decoratively for quilting. So they are fine for quilting when we hold the 3 layers together, and they're thicker because we want them to show up on the surface of our quilt. If you're making decorative quilting on bags, for instance, you may want that thread to show up on top to have a little bit more impact and a little bit more oomph in your project. So you would look for your 28, your 30s and your 40 threads. These are mostly all cotton, apart from this one, which is rayon, and that one, which is wool. And we can see that these are thicker. So we don't use these to sew things together. We use these decoratively for quilting, but they are holding our layers together for our quilting. Now, just a tip whilst we're on here, I have got a video on this, but when you are quilting, be very careful of this one. And I know it says quilting thread on it. It is not for your machine under any circumstances. It is a fantastic thread if you're hand quilting. It is waxed, so it is very easy to go through the layers of your quilt. But you do not want to put this in your machine under any circumstances, because that wax will gum up the insides of your machine, and your machine will throw all its toys out of a pram. It will throw a terrible toddler tantrum and refuse to work, and you'll probably have to go and see an engineer with it. So avoid that. Even though it says quilting, use it for hand quilting only. You can tell because it's got this pinky beige spool, and annoyingly it says quilting on it. If we compare this to the Gutermann cotton 30s, these are the equivalent that you want to look for your machine quilting, and this has got a grey spool, and they come in all sorts of colours, from just plain colours and variegated colours. So there's a wide range to choose from for those ones. So that's your quilting threads. Then we can get even more fancy, and we can look at things like metallics and rayons, and look at all these sparkly, lovely threads. They are very pretty, but they're used decoratively. I'll just put that one to one side a second. Now you can see here, this one is an 8 weight. Now, do you remember I said anything below 50, it becomes thicker? You can see here how thick this thread is. So amazing for maybe hand quilting some detail onto your quilt or your project. It doesn't matter what it is. This will be fantastic, but it's not for sewing things together. It is used decoratively. As is this one. What's this one? This is a 12 weight rayon. Again, we use that decoratively. Your metallics. Obviously, we all want bling on our quilts, especially at Christmas, or any of our projects at Christmas. There's silvers, there's coppers, there's golds, there's all sorts of mixtures. This is a metallic thread. It is only for decorative use, to give some bling on top of your project. And rayon, again, it's a very thin thread, although it's a 40 weight, oddly. It feels a lot thinner because of how they make the rayon from the plastic. Now, my husband is a plastic engineer. I know. Don't get me started. Um, and he has explained many times how rayon is made differently to other things, and I think it's made the same as how they make tights, and they extrude the plastic. And no, I don't know either. Anyway, it is a 40 weight, so you'd think that it would be thicker, but actually it looks thinner when we unroll it. The main thing with this is a decorative thread, so it gives a nice sheen and shine to whatever it is that we're using for embroidery or free motion quilting or something like that. We'd like these kind of threads because it would give a little bit of a lift to the project that we're working for. But again, not for sewing things together, beautiful for decorative stitching. We've got this one here, which is a top stitch thread. It's a polyester. It tells you on here. Do you see how this is a green spool? Now, all the companies change their spool colours depending on whatever it is that thread is supposed to do. So just be aware of that when you are buying your thread. Also, for the sizes, let me just flick back to here. Both of these are 50 weight polyester, but this one is your 100-meter spool and it's on this sort of creamy colour, whereas this is 250 meters and it's on a white spool. Yeah, I know. So just be careful on the change of spool colour. But generally, if there's a change of spool colour, it'll tell you what that thread does. Now, this is a top stitch thread, and you can see that this is thick and it is meant to show up on the surface of whatever it is you're stitching. Think on your jeans, if you're wearing jeans and you've got that yellow, the classic yellow top stitching around pockets and bottoms of seams and things that you get classically on jeans. That is using a thicker thread, potentially like this one. But it is a thick thread and you use it decoratively for top stitching to give that finish. Okay, top stitch has another job. I'm not going into this now, but it's just to give more impact with that stitch line on top of the surface of whatever it is that you're stitching. So you want to avoid anything that looks sheeny, shiny, metallic-y, maybe a different spool, and it suddenly looks thick. Steer clear of those when you are a beginner. You don't need those, especially when it has 8 or 12 or 40 on the spool anyway. You don't want those. You don't want your quilting threads for sewing things together. So again, look on the spool. If it says 30 or 40 or anything like that, steer clear of it for sewing things together. But when you are quilting, definitely go for these, but just be aware that we don't want to use the one that says quilting on it. We don't want to put that in our machine ever, but we do want to look for the 50 weights, the sew-alls, the general purpose threads, the number 50. Look for that number 50 on the spools and or on the stands, and those are where we want the threads to sew things together. So cotton for piecing, polyester for an awful lot of other things. So I do hope that has helped. If it has, please don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And you might want to finish by watching this video just here, because I know that will help you too. I love you and leave you for now, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.